check. You here?
Diane!
Hi.
Hi. Boy, you were awesome in this movie.
Oh, thank you so
Now,
much.
I think it's going to surprise a lot of people that not only do you play Bridget von Hammersmark, which I'm going to try and say as many times in this interview as possible, because it's just so cool to say.
It's a cool
but
name.
You're going to surprise people by you actually played Genghis Khan and others as well. Is this not true?
Well, I don't play
Fact,
him
did you play Genghis
se.
Khan in this movie?
I do not.
Oh,
I do not.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I have to guess. It's a game, so but I don't.
All right, you're ruining my joke.
I'm sorry.
Now, one thing about this movie is you can't help but after the movie try to do German accents. I think it's going to have a lot of people, and I realized really quickly that I can't do one. You know.
What are you talking about? It's really
The
easy.
viewer is attending the premiere. Diane Kruger, we have ways of making you talk. That's about as good as I get. I don't think I have a future.
It's pretty good.
That's
pretty good. I had to hold myself back as well. It's a pretty fun one to do, and it can go a little big.
Now, this might be a little sick, but when I was watching this scene where Bridget von Hammersmark is being tortured by Brad Pitt, I kept thinking how many women would kind of want to be tortured by Brad Pitt.
I know, trust me. Every girlfriend I had was asking me how that was. But, you know, I knew Brad from Troy, so it was actually lovely to meet him again, and he made it so easy for me. There was no, starstruckness for me this time around.
Now, Bridget von Hammersmark was a very tough woman. Now, is this easy to play such a strong character?
You know, I had never been allowed to play quite such a fierce, strong lady, and it was quite a challenge for me. You know, I think when people look at me or directors, they think I'm this dainty little girl, but Quentin really saw my strength, and he had a lot of faith in me, so I had to come to work every day and bring that energy. It was exhausting at the end of the day. Like, for example, that scene in La Louisiane, that tavern scene, we shot over 2 weeks. And I really pull the strings in that scene. So, you know, coming to set every day and having that energy and doing all that dialogue, it was challenging.
Now, was there any other actress of that time period that you modeled Bridget von Hammersmark after?
No one in particular. Of course, there were many different actresses of the time that I love. Marlene Dietrich is an obvious comparison, but I was really inspired by a German actress called Hildegard Knef, who's not very well known here. And then Quentin, of course, had his own references. He really liked this actress called Ilona Massey. I don't know if you're familiar with. So, you know, it's a mix.
Now, is there I know the answer to this because I think this is the strongest character and probably the best character you've ever played, but is there enough backstory material with Bridget von Hammersmark that you can actually do a prequel?
Oh, trust me, Quentin is infamous for feeding background stories to each and every character in his movies. So yes, I could tell you 20 years of Bridget von Hammersmark's back life. So I think there's plenty there for a prequel and a prequel, and yeah.
Now, do you think only Quentin Tarantino could have gotten away with a movie like this?
I think so. He's pretty ballsy. But, you know, I think it's his unique tone that all of his movies have that really lend itself to this particular story. And, you know, it's so funny at times. In the most inappropriate moments, you find yourself laughing out loud.
Yeah, plus we really got to see a side of you that we've never seen before.
Yes, he really took a chance. He, you know, I really wanted this part. I lobbied for it. I really worked hard. It was so fun, you know, to finally be given intelligent dialogue, you know, to have someone like Quentin Tarantino bring open doors internally, you know, that you didn't know you had. He's just so wonderful, and especially wonderful with women.
Now, what was it about the fairy tale aspect of this movie that you found so appealing?
Well, to say the least, we're not a historically correct movie. This is not your typical World War II
I believe it
film.
happened this way, but go ahead.
I would like it to have happened this way. But so, you know, that was very appealing to me. And I just love the idea that I, through Bridget von Hammersmark, helped bring down the Third Reich. That seemed pretty cool to me.
Now, on the set of a Quentin Tarantino movie, I mean, you're sitting around smoking and drinking, and like your character,
Yeah.
You want to order in restaurants. I'm like, this, as cool as it is, I'm thinking it had to have been a blast.
It was a blast. Honestly, there was never a dull moment on set. It's probably one of the funniest sets I've ever worked on. And it's loud, it's mad. I'm one of the few women in the movie. Men running around, testosterone everywhere, you know, Quentin, madmen running around being super excited. I was definitely one of the boys on this movie, and it was pretty
Well,
awesome.
I hope you learned the one valuable lesson in this movie. Never play Cinderella. Never leave your shoe behind. You never know who's going to find it.
Very true. Lesson to be learned.
Thanks, Diane.
Thank you.